Because it seems like CR4ZY has been putting up a fight throughout this entire tournament, and now they're just one game away. We do see the Have Fun and Braille. Seems those are the designated good luck have funners. Those are the only two who's been typing it. And into the bottom lane, it will be Skeeter already there trying to hide. Neither team wants to show their lanes, right?
Yeah.
This is definitely a game. It's a game 3, and you've got a lot of lane counters. Everyone's kind of just staying hidden at this point. Besides Ryoya and besides Braille, the only two you know are maybe get to go middle, but
TA's never going side lanes. I don't think that's a thing. We did see CR4ZY do it a while back, but he's even got a stick, so he's completely prepared to lane against the Decrep and Netherblast spam of the Pugna. One thing I've wondered is if mid laners against like pump faking heroes like Pugna, if they possibly use that magic stick to know whether or not the guy casts the spell.
I wouldn't doubt. I mean, you'd have to get so used to it with your eyes, though. Like, you have to have one eye on the streets, one eye on the stick, and it's tough.
I heard a player talking about a Leshrac stun one time, and he knew it was coming out. Like when they were pump faking, he knew it was coming out or not based on the stick charge. It's pretty insane. Something I only consider now that I just got reminded of it seeing this stick against the Pugna. But definitely think TA is going to be stuck jungling somewhere around level 3 to 5. But the most important thing is that they preserve this middle tower, I'd say at least until 8 or 9 minutes. You're going to lose it because Pugna can just blast it and there's really nothing you can do about it. But it's just a matter of delaying the inevitable.
And it looks like EG, they did see that it was Aoi and Kezu up top with that crit, so they rotate their ABBA up top. Are we going to see any lane swaps already, or do you think both teams, they're just kind of okay with this? Well, bottom. Static lane canceled immediately, sorry.
I don't think CR4ZY should be okay with this. It's not bad for them, but it's way better than the opposite orientation for EG. Like, Razor's going to do okay against Ursa as long as he has the Tusk in front of him. But the Blinding Light does break the link, which is super annoying to deal with.
Nice counter, yeah. And you see the Skeeter on the hero win rate. Razor's one of those heroes you really... It's just a strange hero. Sometimes you win the game in 20 minutes, sometimes you lose, sometimes... I don't know. Razor to me is one of those heroes. Are you a carry, are you middle? Still has an identity crisis, but middle. Ryle diving under a little bit, Ryoya pulling the creeps all the way back. Tons of shenanigans probably going to happen in this mid lane like you talked about.
Razor can be quite the scary late gamer. I actually think his build this game should be Yule's Halberd.
Oh, Yule's
Like Yule's Halberd into carry items.
Okay.
I've seen it plenty of times. The idea on Razor is if you're linking people and you're not dying, you're just killing them.
Yep, and here we see it fly, pushes them away. There goes the static link. And now CR4ZY wants to scrub. You are losing 15 damage, but with the Fury swipes, you gain a little bit back.
Yeah, I think as long as he can eliminate the Ursa threat, the Yules will also minimize the Pugna threat. You go like Yules, Halberd, BKB, and then at that point, you're pretty formidable. You don't necessarily need to dish out a ton of right-click damage on the Razor because you have this TA.
We see, man, Moon Meander close to a kill if he had any mana or ice shards or tag team. But yeah, Fly has to be a little bit annoyed. You're a keeper and you're just getting beat down by a Tusk with an Orb of Venom. Not much you can do down there. In middle lane, this is the one we wanted to watch. Braille 10-2 versus the 9-4 of Ryoya, so pretty damn even at this point.
Ursa's actually winning the CS bottom. That's a little bit bad for CR4ZY, I'd say. I'm not saying they could necessarily do anything about it if they accept the lanes as is.
Oh, did he get the pull? Fly barely misses the pull. That'll help a little bit. Looks like the creeps will push towards Skeeter. And as you said, even though we do have like these very high-tempo teams, it doesn't mean they're high-tempo in the laning phase. We don't have the most stuns in this game, not even the most slows.
A ton of level-dependent heroes in this game. So once they all hit like level 6, level 8, they're all going to be going... What was that movement you did? Running, banging heads?
Banging heads into the walls.
Yeah, that was
smashing it in. And, I mean, we've seen EG's already played that once. And there's going to be the roll in. It will be Braille. Do we have a kick? He wants to kick him under. There's going to be a courier instead. Braille, juke and jive. And there's going to be the kick. Ooh, doesn't get him uphill. Is going to be their fraction charges gone. Rua has another decrep blast. Doesn't want to do it. And Braille will tip crit as he runs away.
Got to give him props on the tip there. Yep. Very valued.
I don't know if you want to be tipping crit like this. Do you really? I feel like if this was a pub game, you tip someone like that, that just guarantees the Earth Spirit's going to be middle lane for the next, like, 5 minutes waiting to get
Who's
you again.
your favorite person to tip that you regularly play with or against?
Probably Boris.
Okay.
Because, you know, we actually just watched a clip of your stream, BSJ, the one where he's the Lina and he blinks in to block the arrow, one of the classics.
Yeah.
He's just one of those guys. I never tip him negatively. He's always a positive tip guy.
Yeah, my favorite's Jubei by far. It somehow started where I tipped him once and he just got super tilted.
Yeah.
And I realized that every time I tip him, he just gets tilted for no reason. Even if like it's just any little thing in lane. I get a deny, I tip him.
Yeah.
It's the most value tip. He rages at me in all chat every time. But you know, all things considered, I think we're friendly. I hope.
Yeah. That's it. You know, even if you hate each other in game, you know, we're all humans after all.
That is true. We are humans.
And Arteezy, we see that. I love this, how the Keeper of the Light, I didn't really think about it until you brought it up. Just the fact, every time we see it, blinding light, and the Razor gets canceled very early on that static link. It's a nice one-to-one counter, honestly. So, middle 2011 versus 21-2. Ryoya, a ton of denies right now.
Bottom, he's getting gone on.
Oh, yeah,
on the Razor.
Will get run down, but instead it's going to be Fly taking a little bit of damage now, but Moon Meander maybe. Ooh, Skeeter gets hit again. Moon gets hit again. There is going to be a TP coming from Aoi and a nice backup there from Arteezy, but the perfectly placed shards there by Moon Meander, barely holding him in. Oh, the pushback from Fly, and
these blinding lights are clutch.
Yeah, he is just killing it on this Keeper of the Light, stopping all these static links and stopping a first blood there on your carry.
Pugna is level 6. A lot of pressure coming out mid as well. Seems like bottom's under duress, forcing a TP rotation from Aoi. Middle's under duress. How's top lane going? We have a level advantage for Bulba.
But gold advantage for KheZY.
So,
not very much, though.
Yeah.
But so would you say, I mean, I'm looking at the net worth, and there's going to be Bryle going down. And this is the thing. It feels like Pugna versus TA got so buffed with the you don't need the Aghanims to make it short. 7-6, you just destroy refraction now every 7 seconds.
Yeah, they're probably going to need to rotate the Grim mid to try to nuke out the wave. Can't really imagine how else they defend mid unless they're just going to give it up, but I was saying to make it last until about 8 or 9 minutes. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull that off. TA TP's back mid. I'm about 80% sure if he walks up, he's going to die again. He does have a ward.
It's the Coddle, not the Earth Spirit, though.
Yeah, he's not walking up, and you know why. And this means probably doom for the mid tower. Double blast coming in, as we mentioned.
With the siege unit.
Yeah.
Oh, that was an odd glyph.
Yeah, you could have glyphed the double blast.
Or the siege. You know, I always talk about I am the min-maxer. You always glyph right before the siege unit because it will guarantee you block 2 full siege unit hits.
Why is he tanking the tower? You can just decrep your cat. Oh, there he does it now.
He will do it, not a tag, but they try to defend it. KheZY here now, only level 5, but it is level 3 wards with level 2 poison stings, so these do a decent amount of damage. You see Fly, he's like trying to clear him, slowly losing this 1v1 to the ward. And they do defend the tower for now, but this leaves Bulba to solo farm top lane. No one's up there.
I feel like Crazy didn't learn their lesson from the second game. Blitz was talking about the importance of these lane matchups, and they just accepted it. And once again, find themselves down 2,000 net worth 7 minutes into the game as we see a dive bottom.
Yep, there is
snowball.
What a play. That's how you counter Fly, but he jumps over the ice shards. What a play by Arteezy.
Doing his hurdle practice.
He does. Wins the 100-meter hurdle there. Now he's even pulling the creeps. He's like, whoa, I'm getting full value here. We'll pull him back with me.
As they run mid, once again
slick.
to pressure KheZY with this Pugna. All of their movements are so clear. You leave the Abaddon to do his thing because nobody can touch him top. Force the rotation from Crazy to be prioritized on the mid lane. And meanwhile, Ursa just runs rampant in the opponent jungle.
This is so scary. It's already a 2K lead. It feels like if this tower goes down, it might move up to a 3K lead. It's 7 minutes in.
Yes, it does.
It's 1-0, BSJ. It is 1-0, and EG's up 3K.
Yeah, I thought they were going to need to get kills to win this, but that was also based on the fact that I thought Razor was going to be against Abaddon and Veno against the Ursa. So this just goes to show the importance of these lane matchups and how EG is basically just winning the strategy game. They do have a ward that doesn't spout Crazy because they were smoked as well.
He does miss the kick. It only hits onto 1. Will they be able to get the kill? Oh, so much magic down. KheZY is still alive. Doesn't have the ulti. Level 6 is there, but he doesn't skill. Ryoya, the one taking the most damage. Just might be a quick kill on him. It is, and that's the mid laner. 200. Crit goes down as well, and KheZY actually survives. And uh-oh, Fly, you're about to make this a 3-0.
How did that ever work? You just smoked with a Grimstroke level 4 and a Veno with no ulti or Gale, and that just worked. That was a bit strange.
Yeah, it felt like I thought they were just going to burst the Veno down. I thought, honestly, the Pugna, like, Zuck plus Decrep and the Earth Spirit would be enough damage, but hey, a 17-charge wand is quite the turnaround.
Yeah, Venomancer rushing that 4-staff against the Ursa Pugna. You're worried about getting smacked and you're worried about getting sucked, and he's going for the 4-staff.
Bottom lane, big rotation.
He's dead. He TP'd here. They're going to find him on Bulba. Oh, he sees him. He's going to hit him with a passive. Ursa's going to run in hot. No Gale to protect himself.
Moonmander's here, though. Nowhere to snowball to accept an enemy hero, which isn't always the best. Will RTZ just jump ahead? Yep. He does. He misses. And nice ice shards. Is that enough to save him? It looks like it is. The blast will probably hit, but gets him out. Moonmeander, he's looking clean on this this Tusk, I gotta say.
That seemed like best case scenario. And meanwhile, the 4 position for EG is farming mid for levels. Pugna's killing bottom tower. And all you're getting out of it, I guess you're getting a tower too. You know what? That's reasonable.
Top tier 1 going down
Surprised
to
actually they're getting a tower, but this is overall decent movements from Crazy, all things considered. But the Pugna, as we talked about with that double Coddle Blast, no mana problems to be seen. Surprisingly goes for 3 points decrep rather than the max blast.
Why, do you think?
I can't come up with that reason.
Curious.
Maybe for the amped damage on his ultimate against the TA? I don't know.
It could be. Bottom lane, they did. There's a lot of people bottom Crazy for. They're going to try to get him. It's an outpost. Crits here. Does he kick him at the last second? No. And it gives you vision though. Yeah. So he sees him. Crit is going to kick the sun. You got to be a little bit careful. He has the roll. He's going to commit it, stun him up. Ryoya doing a ton of damage, but is it even going to be enough? You got to watch out. Crit might go down because guess what? They took the outpost, so he just TPs on top of it. And another great ice shard. The Zuck's there though. The 1-for-1 trade. That was pretty cheeky by Moonmeander there, diving in bottom now. RTZ taking so much damage. Skeeter stolen up. There's going to be the blast. Skeeter should go down as well to Bulba. Possibly pops the shield. You can't attack him. He's running. Blast from Fly. Doesn't get the kill. Fly himself might go down to Owie now. It's an absolute bloodbath. But Bulba, he's going to come out big in this. He just hit level 9 after getting like 3 solo kills.
Yeah, we said once these heroes get levels, they're going to be banging their heads against the wall, so they went quickly. Like, I know there's only 10 kills so far this game, but there was only 1 kill.
It was 1-0 at 7 minutes in, yeah.
So there's been 9 kills in the last 3 minutes. I really like that play from Crit. I know sometimes you want to prioritize protecting your outpost, but he waited for his Pugna to TP into the tier 2 such that the TA couldn't TP away. And
the roll?
Ended up getting the kill on a core there. That was a sick kick.
Yeah, he's just dead here. Gets double blasted plus single blasted by the Coddle. You're just getting triple blasted by these 2 heroes. They are down by 1 kill, but up by 2k gold. RTZ, honestly, the least active of the heroes on Dire. Looks like he just wants to stay bottom and maybe push. We have the replay. And yeah, you see, I just love it too. Right when he takes the outpost, he's like,
wait, what?
You know he didn't expect, and there's like, what the hell? Why is Crit here? And he almost turned. He did turn it on him at the end. I was about to say, Crit, yeah, you got to chill out a little bit, but it was a great TP in from Moonmeander. Heads up. Honestly, I think Moonmeander has played this game fantastically for Crazy. He has hit some crazy ice shards and snowballs.
Nice play on words, though, Grant.
Thank
One
you.
of your best of all time.
I appreciate it.
Almost has the pipe on the Abaddon, which against the Veno is quite potent. Will pretty much eliminate his damage for the time being.
Oh, and there's smoke. They're going to roll. Kezu, it will miss, but he gets the right click, so Aura Venom does end up procky on him. Blast goes through from the Coddle, doesn't do the most damage. There will be the ulti thrown down. It only hits onto Skeeter as well as Moonmeander, but it will be enough to at least bring down the Tusk. Rolled through Kezu once again with that sidestep dodge. Crit throws out his ulti. He's taking a ton of damage. Will get shielded. Oh no, the Zuck on Skeeter. All of his HP goes away. But now, right clicks flying on Crit. Kicks away Kezu, and he will just roll himself back. RTZ now, the only one in a little bit of trouble, but dodges the Grimstroke Inc. And I want to say they're backing up, but neither team really giving headway here.
Yeah, the problem is your Veno had to go for this 4-staff not to die. Meanwhile, the opponent offlaner just built a pipe. And the 4-staff.
It does help out. Now Crit the one in trouble. He can't even move out of that because there is a little Wraith bug on him. He's trying to get rid of it, but he's decrypted, so he can't. Silence will go back. Moonmeander punches him into the air. Crit's still alive, but there's a lot of poison. It looked like Bulba was about to swing his sword at Crit, but Kezu will get the kill. 2k lead still for EG, but we see it now. These 4-on-4, 5-on-5 team fights are starting to ramp up.
TA going for the first item Blink against the Pugna. I think that's really important because when he decrypt ult you have no other option than blinking. You just have to. There's no other item, no other play. And his farm should ramp up pretty well with that Blink Dagger. They have no way of really stunning him reliably before he blinks away with that refraction charge.
Yeah, Crit from the trees, right, is like the real big one. If you just
can they even kill the refraction, though? That's the problem.
Yeah. It feels like as long as Bryle's tip-top on his toes, should be okay. The roll in.
Decrep's already out.
Yeah, throws the decrep, and
nice
now
silence.
Life drains, but silence. Ink swelling him out. RTZ's running it. Doesn't really have any items yet. Get to throw up that level 2 overpowered. Jumps forward, hits Moonmeander. Crit Looking for anyone, can't find him, and now the Gale will come out after the shield, so he's still slowed down. Do we have another leap forward? No. RTZ is just getting kited around. Now Skeeter. Both teams so nervous in this. They know it feels
farming
like
top, meanwhile. Huh? Continue, sorry.
No, I was going to say, you can tell both teams. If you lose one hero here, it feels like you're going to lose the team fight, so they're so scared to lose that one Bulba. He does have his ulti, so he'll be okay. But
a lot of buddy syndrome this game, right? There's the force staff on Venno, the snowball save on Tusk, the Grimstroke, even just the Inkswell's teammates. You have the shield, you have the Decreps, you have the Coddle blinding light. There's just a lot of dependence upon your allies to protect you. So that's why we're seeing so many random 4v4 engagements, because when two heroes threaten anybody on the opposite team, the opponent is forced to react. Moonmander just walks in and punches him.
And I was praising him for a second there. He was very close to getting that Ice Shards trade, but instead RTZ just gets the kill. And KheZy a little bit late there, chasing after Skeeter. There will be the roll through, and this one, I don't think you're getting out of here. Skeeter right-clicks the flying KheZy. Will he throw out that ulti? Hasn't quite yet. Ulti from Crit goes out, and now another pull, and there should be a third pull-in on the Venno as well. There is, and a quick 3 for We said once one hero goes down, it's just going to start ramping up, and you're going to see a second and third go away.
What is Moonmander doing? He just walked up to RTZ and punched him and then died.
Gotcha. Vancouver boys, I guess. Yeah.
RTZ's definitely like, what the hell? Dude, what is this idiot doing? That's for sure what RTZ said, verbatim. We're going to the Roche pit.
Oh, well, Owie will be like, hey, cool, a bounty rune at least.
Nice. Scouts out the Roche, but there's nothing you can do about it. Drops the clarity. Where's the value? Use it.
There we go. He picks it back up. We'll eat. Or use it on Fly.
No. Just pop overpower.
Oh, come on, man. Look at Fly. He's like, I've been giving everybody mana. Why don't you give me mana to give people mana? But now he gives himself mana. He's good.
Yeah, greedy bastard.
Yeah. Come on, RTZ.
RTZ is about to spend 100 mana. You give yourself 300. Support players think they own the place. I swear.
Ooh, and an Aquila for Ursa. Probably the best tier 2 item maybe you can get on that here. Tons of damage and agility, plus the mana regen, right? It's everything an Ursa wants.
Yeah, once you already have the Morbid Mask, other than Vampire Fangs, I think the Aquila is the best.
And Grove Bow found by the Radiant.
Well, that's not a bad item on Razor or TA.
Yeah, we see him. It will be picked up by the Razor. Ooh. Middle Bulba, he's pretty much just put himself in mid lane saying, yo, I want you guys to go on me. Does block him out, it looks like, to the right side.
Now what?
They want to back up.
It's like you go into Zabad and then what?
It feels like they're trying to bait out like Crit rolling, but so much patience, not just going in right away and getting bursted down. Yeah,
meanwhile, bottom tier 2 does get forwarded to kill the catapult, but Pugna can just walk up and push that Nether Blast. He does have the Ether Lens plus Dagon, learned from RTZ's build yesterday, might be a bit more impactful on the Pugna as opposed to the Terrorblade.
I hear that increases match down by 60%. You know, might be a tad better.
Yeah, by 60%. I don't know what you define as a tad, Grant, but I think 60% is more than a tad.
Well, if you want to know, in the English language, a tad is reference to the prefix of a tadpole, correct? Meaning it would be small. So you were right, it is not a tad. Meanwhile, they look for Ursa, does have the Aegis. I love what they're doing right now. Skeeter yules him so he can steal even more damage, so after he comes back alive, maybe at the kill, but he gets shielded up. RTZ doesn't even lose the Aegis. Holy smokes. I thought they would at least be able to bring that down. But they don't, so that means RTZ allowed to kind of keep playing as greedy as he's doing right now.
Yeah, has that basher up.
So what do you do if you're crazy? You're not even down that much. It's rotating between a 2 and 3K lead. Is there like, do you need this Deso that's flying? Oh, well,
you 100% need Deso for pickoffs, and you need BKB to fight them.
Crit. He could be in trouble here. There's going to be a snowball forward. Whoa, the snowball actually hit the creep. It didn't end up hitting Crit. Won't matter. Bursts him down. Doesn't even show that he has the Deso as they got the kill before it flew out. Is there a possibility you maybe go to Roche? Doesn't look like you can.
It's already dead, sir.
I forgot about that since Ursa had it, and I talked about it for 5 minutes. Indeed.
We've all been, it's been long days here, Grant. It's understandable. It happens to the worst of us. I mean, the best of us, sir.
Oh, I think they might go into, no, I'm just kidding. We'll see. Double damage is bottom, but middle lane, they might just try to take a fight. This is very interesting. Neither team's truly committing. There's the Yules again, stealing a ton of damage, almost to 100. Gets 72. They link two of them together. It will be the keep it light. He gets his ulti up. Oh no, and Crit gets a 4-man ulti under the 4-man ulti. It's an absolute slaughter. Crazy. You just need to get out of here. A nice sidestep by Skeeter, but down goes CR4ZY, down goes Owie, and the punch into the air. Can Moonmeander or Skeeter get out of here? They want to keep chasing. They should be able to. There's the Decrep blast and Zuck. They get it. Crit actually taking it, kicking him in the booty, and it's a 3 for there.
I said they needed BKBs to fight. I guess Crazy didn't agree with me there. That was a bit weird to me.
I didn't even know there was a wombo combo in this game, but EG made one happen. The 4-5 duo of the Earth Spirit Coddle. They caught 4 heroes.
Nice.
Gets the TP, scrolled. Bryle has done a good job. He's been farming top jungle, top lane, and the Dire Triangle actually, just getting farm where he can.
Yeah, it's going to rely on him instantly bursting probably the Pugna or Coddle. I think Coddle's probably the most important realistic target in these fights. Pugna does TP top, potentially looking to make something happen against Bryle's TA, but he just blinks away.
As you talked about, as long as he has the refraction up, always get it. They are TPing in to that outpost right now. Skeeter, you got to be a little bit careful. Can he get a bash for it? No, but Crit will bash him instead. That means Arteezy primed one up. Still no bashes, punch into the air. He is stealing so much damage, 125 now. Skeeter's turning around. He's trying to hit Crit, doing a ton of damage. Crit somehow still alive, but the Deso hit will bring him down. And now Arteezy, I believe that Aegis actually running out very shortly. We'll see if he wants to use it. But instead, Bryle blinks forward, and Ryoya says, guess what? You may have had me in game 1, but 2 and 3 are for me. There's the Zuck. Tusk TPing out. He will make it. Will they be able to bring down CR4ZY? A Decrep in 2 seconds. A 4-stab away after Decrep. Do we have a stun? We do not. He makes it out, but a 1-for-1 trade. That's your highest net worth on Radiant on Crazy going down. When
a single hero on Dire gets decrept, like, what's the plan for Radiant? Like, why are they taking these fights and blinking in on the TA? He's just invulnerable during decrep.
Ooh, and we're going to see it moving forward, shielded up, so Ryoya is still alive. Oh, and another big ulti coming from Crit.
Okay.
Skeeter and Moonmeander take so much damage. They do get Ryoya at 600 golds to Moonmeander, but Skeeter goes down, so it's a quick 1-for-1. Moonmeander will stay alive, barely, but barely is good enough here. Moonmeander actually thinking about going back in. Bulba, you got to be careful. Looks like he will just pick up that. Oh, tried to make a cheeky play there, denying the illusion rune, but Arteezy is just farming bottom jungle at this point. When I don't even know, like, what objectives do you go for on either team right now? It feels like they're just trying to 5v5 and avoid each other, but I don't know. This is a strange game to me right now.
I think it's a strange game to all of us, Grant.
Yeah. Oh, and there's the roll forward. They had that ward, and there's going to be the Keeper of the Light ultimate. He's going to pop out his ulti on Arteezy, just right-clicking down Bryle. He pushes him back even further. Fly has had some magnificent ultis. Skeeter will somehow avoid that roll by Crit. Now he steals a decent 79 damage. Observer ward goes down. You know Bryle's like, man, can't believe I just died to a ward like that. But that's 2 deaths in a row on Bryle now, very quickly in succession.
Yeah, he's still #1 net worth, but TA needs to be farther ahead than this, especially against Pugna. It's not just a bad lane matchup, it's the game matchup where as long as you're not one-shotting the Pugna, he will always be very difficult for you to kill. I'd say you need BKB Nullifier to do anything in this game as TA, because it does continuously dispel, such as the decrep from Pugna.
They do defend their tier 2 tower for now. I'm looking at Bulba's items, and he is just pretty much a moving, walking. You can't really fight my team if I'm around him with that Vlad's as well as Pipe.
He's even going for a Shiva's.
You like that, or do you want to see, like, Crimson Guard versus Van?
It'd be either Lotus or Shiva's, I think is fine. Any damage mitigation, that's just all his job is.
Now he switched it up to an Assault Kyros.
Yeah, okay. That's damage mitigation and also damage. Gives him a bit more base push if he chooses to go for that. Any armor item.
They know Arteezy's here, by the way.
Shivas or AC are good.
Oh, but Arteezy, he just sees Skeeter. Yep, taunts with the Sybil. Now he's going to jump back forward, but guess who's here? It's Owie, and an instant Yules onto that. But the rest of Dire's coming on down, and you might have just got baited in. It will link 2 of them together. Skeeter goes down. Owie should be able to TP out close, but no cigar there for Crit. It's now 16 to 10. Yeah, they're going to try to push this tier 2, but look at who's here. Ursa says
That's
nope.
a cowboy, Ursa.
Yep, no tower for you, yeehaw.
He has no ult. Can they kill him?
They're to look, but look at, oh my goodness, whoa, crit. He actually placed the boulder at the very last second. Moonmanor punches him up in the air. No ulti from the Earth Spirit. He's already popped it. Bryle just trying to run away. One bash, it feels like, from Artesian. This could be Curtain's form. There's the jump forward. Do we have detection? Yes,
nice
we
entry.
do. Fly, of course, Fly comes over. He's like, all right, you goobers, I gotcha.
To be fair, he could just blinding light, because if you move TA at all, she comes out of meld. Another Dota mechanic for you.
Okay. Thank you. I actually really didn't know that.
Yeah, any force movement. Spear breaker, Batrider, Coddle.
Interesting. Middle lane. Pugna Ward gets dropped down. Bulba just going to right-click on this tower, get that increased attack speed, and they'll be able to bring down this Tier 2 tower pretty easily. No chance of a deny here as well. Haste Rune bottom for crit. We'll see if he has the bottle. Ryoya has bottle. He'll scoop it up. And Fly. He's had some fantastic ults. It feels like the team Crazy has, this was a first pick Coddle, but you want to be 5v5ing. You can't really do that in this giant orb that Coddle places down, right? So it always feels like as long as that's down, EG kind of controls that part of the fight.
Yeah, Coddle against no BKBs is just unplayable. Not only the ult, but the blinding light is, I believe, a 70% miss chance. Let me check that out.
It is indeed.
Yeah,
6 seconds, 70% at level 4.
You just can't play against that, especially as heroes like Razor TA, where 100% of your damage is right clicks. I guess on Razor it's like 80%, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Bounty Runes will get scooped up bottom by Crazy. EG takes top, and now they're going for that last Tier 2 tower. Probably not going to be much of a defense from Crazy on this one.
Yeah, they're content getting whatever they can on the map, farming up those BKBs. TA has his in 200. Razor has his in 800. I think they've been too antsy on the side of Crazy, trying to make stuff happen before their timing has been hit. They do place a high ground ward on EG, so they are fully aware of any and all heroes on the Crazy side.
If Crit sees one person kind of move a little bit more to the left or something, I feel like he's just going to roll it. He might do it right now. He actually doesn't find Owie. Almost accidentally hits KheZu. Will get the slow Yules into the air for now. Arteezy needs to back up. It will be a good double stun. They link those two together. Arteezy does have the Aegis and the BKB product. Oh no, they double Yules, not double static link though. And instead, Skeeter, he's just going to go down, and there's the ulti popped again. The Ignis just securing that one section of the map you can't fight into.
He just doesn't have BKB.
And the double Yules actually felt like it hurt, right? Because it picked up the crit who they were killing, but because they were linked, you get double Yules, they just jump forward. Moon Meander is dead. We might as well see another early GG. It is obviously the last game of whoever loses this, so they will fight till the end. Crit buys back, Moon buys back. It's a bloodbath at the mid lane. Pugna Ward still staying alive as he just permanently decreps it. But 80 gold going the way of KheZu. And Bulba continues to push in here. He has that plate mill you talked about. He has about 35 to 38 armor at all times, and he's just standing in the front lines. He says, I don't really care. Even that Desto not doing the most. But if you overextend a little, it hurts. Haven't even popped his ulti yet. Uh-oh, snowball forward. I'm not sure if that was the right play, Moonmander. It looks like you were actually out scot-free, and now you're dead. Pushes back. He will be stealing a ton of damage, at least 100. 4 staffs him away. And Ryoya just zoning him out. The range drag slowly going down. But EG still struggling, because you don't have Guardian Greaves or anything, but uh-oh, KheZu, if you're that out of position, you're just going to go down. Yep, Ryoya hits him with the Dagon, and EG, they're looking clean.
The problem with linking Ursa is he's not like a Troll Warlord where you link him, he does no damage. He's still a threat to you, so Razor can't really just link and run in. The Decrep blast as well from the Pugna is just such a deterrent, and if Razor can't really be running into the fight, that hero feels very underwhelming. And you see here before his BKB, this Pugna Dagon combo is like 2/3 of his health.
It is a big ouch. Bryle trying to cut the creep wave middle. He accidentally let one creep through, which means they can continue to push this top lane. Yeah, look at, I love it. Pink, Arteezy's like, yes, one creep. So another little mistake by Bryle is gonna possibly lose on this Rax here.
Arteezy just kills the creep that got expelled. That's a way to do it. It's kind of like when somebody's TPing on top of you. Kill the creep, hurry! I like the Lotus Orb.
And there it is. Uh-oh.
Oh, the snowball, though.
Oh, wait. Oh, my goodness.
Dagger.
The counter to
he
the
does
counter.
Have blink dagger.
He does.
Okay.
And he will just blink back. They link Bulba. Bulba's going to run into RTZ. Hey, friend, you want to link up together? Sure. Meet me on my LinkedIn.
Best of buddies.
And they will punch into the air. Is Bulba. And there it is. The big ulti. The big Ignis. And an ulti from Crit as well. They just beat down Moonmander. And Skeeter, finally has that BKB. Steals 69 damage. But RTZ just jumps forward. Right click, right click, right click. Smack him up. Will he finish him off? Yes. No? Maybe so. Kicks him back and gets it. There's the ulti from KheZy hitting on 3. But it feels like with this Bulba, the pipe, there's the GG called. You're just too far net worth down no matter what you do at this point, right?
Yeah, I know they have the Veno, but you just have too much physical damage from the crazy side. If you've ever played Veno into a Baton, you need to have other heroes be